marking the 70th anniversary of the United Nations.
As we mark 70th anniversary of the founding of the United Nations,
70 years after the founding of the United Nations.
After the end of the Second World War in 1945, 51 countries, in fear of further conflict, came together. They created an international organization, the United Nations. Today, 193 nations are members.
We will succeed.
Over the past 70 years of change in the world, the UN has taken on new roles and tasks. However, the fundamental issues the UN focuses on remain the same. Its main aims are to maintain international peace and security, friendly relations, and human rights for all nations.
The United Nations has been working very hard to protect the human lives, the human dignity. I know that there have been some setbacks and failures, but United Nations is the most legitimate organization in the international community to preserve peace, freedom, and human dignity and human rights.
The UN, as an international organization, regularly condemns countries who cause conflict and violate human rights.
And I condemn this abduction in the strongest possible terms. I strongly condemn all acts of terror and violence. I continue to condemn the rising number of civilian lives lost in Gaza.
However, its actions do not go beyond statements of condemnation and denouncements. The UN Security Council must gain at least 9 votes in favor to adopt a resolution. And Article 27 of the UN Charter says if any one of the 5 permanent members of the Council votes against a resolution, it cannot be approved.
Council will now vote on the draft resolution. Those in favor, those against. The result of the vote is as follows: in favor 9, against 1, abstentions 5. Accordingly, the draft resolution is not adopted because of the negative vote of a permanent member of the Council.
Since the UN was established, Russia has vetoed 103 draft resolutions, while the U.S. has used its right to veto 79 times.
Dünya 5'ten büyüktür.
The Security Council must include the world's largest democracies, major locomotives of the global economy, and voice from all the major countries. It will carry greater credibility and legitimacy and will be more representative and effective in addressing the challenges of the 21st century.
The United Nations Security Council still remains undemocratic, unrepresentative, and unfair to developing nations and small states.
Since 1993, the UN General Assembly has discussed Security Council reform on many occasions, but it's not been able to reach agreement. There have been many proposals to increase the number of Security Council members to make the organization more representative and democratic, but despite much debate, there have been no positive results. This reinforces the views of many people and organizations that the UN is and will continue to be ineffective.